And we're back. And my next guest is making his second appearance on the show, and he's become a good friend of the house. He was here a few months ago, and right now we have the National HIV Testing Week going on across the UK. And I have Mr. Takudzwa Mukiwa from Terrence Higgins Trust. How you doing, my brother?
I'm all right. How are
Good
you?
to see you again.
Well, thank you.
Getting more comfortable now?
Yeah, more comfortable.
Yes.
At least I know exactly how things go, yeah?
Yes, National HIV Testing Week. We're giving HIV the finger.
Yeah.
How's the campaign been going?
Well, it's been absolutely amazing. I think we've received so much support from people. We're really delighted that we had the support of people like Kelechi.
I think if I'm not saying, and I know Kelechi is watching, but Kelechi's poster is the most catchy I've ever seen.
Absolutely,
I must say.
There's a funny story about how we ended up doing it anyway.
Okay.
But I have to say, one of the things is it is one of the most beautiful posters that we've ever had for the campaign in all this time that we've ever run it. We had the support of people like Smade as well.
Indeed, yeah.
And Smade has been a supporter from
quite a while now,
for
yes.
quite a while,
Indeed, yeah.
Which has been really
Shopper.
good. Shopper has been
Shopsy.
helping a lot. Shopsy has been helping a lot as well, like arranging things for us, like with radio. So he's been sort of behind the scenes. We've also been very lucky because we had the support of the actor Lucien Samati, who's like currently in his dark materials.
How do you
BBC.
reach out to your influencers? How do you get them? That's a good question to ask.
Okay, the good. I have to say, there is a network of people that we know that we are able to reach out to. Most of the times, these are people who are motivated to try to make a difference within the community.
Indeed, yeah.
So they are influencers in so many sort of ways, but the one thing that makes them unique is that they're always working hard to make a difference in the community. So we reach out and people ask me like, oh, are you paying people lots of money? I'm like, well, do you realize people are volunteering their time to do this?
And personality and face and
that is the most amazing thing. So I am like expressing on behalf of Terrence Higgins Trust really how grateful we are for the support that we've got. And this year we also managed to get Saram Lindwa, who's the nurse on Sex Clinic.
Indeed,
and it's been absolutely fantastic. So.
And how far-reaching or how impactful is there? Is it to have these brand names within the community compared to the other years? How brand name, how powerful is it for how penetrative is their presence for the campaign?
So if you think about it, like in the past sort of a few years, we've run with people who would have some influencers in there, like Smade has been in there, but not necessarily sort of trying to go loud on influencers. So what we noticed is people are recognizing Give HIV the Finger, the campaign, because it's been running now for the third year.
Exactly.
And it's been fantastic. But it needed that extra twist, you know, like that extra spicing, if I could, to just make
with the pepper and salt.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so this year we said, well, let's actually work with, we've got so many influencers who are helping support the campaign. Let's work with them. And then that can help us sort of to reach people. So with Kelechi,
Upgunners.
As you can imagine, all the people who follow Kelechi, and that's been really good. And also, like all these influencers have different types of people as
different
well,
reaches,
who follow them, and it enables us to really reach as wide a community as we can. So. Yeah, it's been
awesome.
It's been amazing. So yesterday we're actually just celebrating. So since the beginning of November, 10,000 test kits have been ordered.
Is that the highest so far?
Well, so like in terms of timing, it's really good. I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. So usually we will run sort of the promotion of the testing kits until January.
Okay.
So we will know at the end of January whether this year.
But indications are good.
Like at the moment, things are good.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we're trying to do, just to encourage people to get tested a bit more regularly. So the idea of Give HIV the Finger, a fingerprint test is all it takes.
Okay. Before we talk about the actual test itself, the last time you came, you painted a very, very disturbing picture in terms of the numbers within the community. Now, between then and now, has there been a shift for the better?
Well, like I'll say the good news, which I think I did mention last time.
Yes, as you normally do. Yeah.
The good news is that over time, things have been improving for us, like for Black Africans, with regards to HIV here in the UK.
Okay.
Things have been improving. But I would say last year was an anomaly.
Okay.
Things, for most communities, HIV went down last year in terms of new diagnosis.
Okay.
But it went up just a tiny bit
With
for Black Africans.
Okay.
Like the number of people you diagnosed, just 3%. So it's not a big number. That might be a good thing in that maybe more people are testing. Therefore,
okay. So you're getting more.
Yeah. So
okay.
Just because it went up a tiny bit last year doesn't mean things are necessarily bad.
It maybe just means something else is working for you in terms of the testing.
Exactly. Because I think that is the biggest issue for us. Going back to the numbers, the issue is Black Africans continue to be disproportionately affected by HIV. You see that from the new diagnosis figures. So about 40% of heterosexual straight people who get diagnosed with HIV in the UK who got in 2018 were Black African. So this is from a population which is about 2%, 3% of the total UK population.
Yeah.
So it is a challenge for us. I think what is particularly challenging is that we are more likely to get diagnosed late as well. So
cultural.
We're not testing regularly as we could. And of course there are challenges that sometimes when people do go to some services, they are not maybe offered the test. That is something to deal with. But we also have the opportunity to take that responsibility upon ourselves to say, okay, every year I'll make sure that I test at least once. That is one of the recommendations anyway. That
if you're sexually active,
like if you're sexually active, like it would be good to have an HIV test at least once. I know people would say, well, but I'm in a marriage. I've got one person and everything. We brush our teeth every day. That's to look ourselves in a way. Like just take it in that way. It is a very quick test that you can have. So
let's talk about the test now. The test now is more than ever before now. It's now very easy.
Absolutely
to conduct a test.
Yeah.
So which really is what the whole finger thing is about. So let's talk about a test now.
Yeah.
How easy is it to have a test right now?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't bring one because I thought, well, it might take a bit of time and for us to do that. But
you should have.
I should have. Next time
really?
I will.
Next time.
But the main thing is, all you do is to do a small finger prick test. And you actually just get this small thing. It's a small box, like people who do diabetes tests. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a small prick, nothing much. And then you get a bit of blood. So if you're being tested by somebody, they would then get that tiny bit of blood for you, and then they would do the test. But you can also test yourself.
Okay.
So you can get a test kit that you can do at home. There are two types. One where you can do at home and read your own results, just like a pregnancy test.
Okay.
Like with a pregnancy, you do it yourself.
Yeah. You check it there, yeah.
You check it there and there. Similar thing. Or you could do another one where you get it, you put the blood into a small container that is provided, and then you send it off by post to a laboratory, which gets back to you with the results. So for
what's the difference in terms of why wouldn't some people may not want to know the results?
So some people may not want to know the results there and then. They prefer maybe for somebody to provide them with the result after they've done the test.
Okay.
And that is absolutely fine. And some people don't even want to do all this by themselves, and they want to go and work with somebody who can do it for them.
Okay.
So what we've seen, though, is what is important is to give people many options.
Okay.
Because it's not easy for some people to say, okay, I'm not going to work today. I want to find time to go and test at this time. Maybe it might not work for them, but they are happy to say, well, actually, I will do it in my own time when I'm free.
On the go.
So I'll order a test. So these tests are free.
Okay.
Like you can get them for free. So
the kit and everything.
The kit, the one that you send off,
yeah.
like it's very, it's free and it's very easy to get.
Okay.
And this is the website to remember. It's very easy. freetesting.hiv.
Okay, can't forget that. freetesting.hiv. Okay.
Yeah, so people can get the test from there, and then they can send it off. But there's so many other options that people can look at as well to see what's appropriate for them. If they're not sure and they're still wanting
and it's
to...
all year round?
Yeah, most of this is all year round. Like the free testing one is available, I'll say, from now until January. It's definitely available for all of England.
Okay. For
all of England. But sometimes in other parts of the year, it would depend on whether your local authority is paying for it. So sometimes it goes a bit dark for other places. But most of the year, if you want a free test, there's always somewhere
where you can get it.
So, but I would encourage people to go to our website, which is startswithme.org.uk. There is information, there's something which can help you to decide which test you want to get used. It will give you the information. And if you are just wanting to know whether you should test, we've got a tool there where you answer some few questions and it tells you whether you should be testing. And we also have something which is about a directory.
Exactly.
We put in your postcode or the nearest place you'd rather go to.
Okay, we're comfortable with.
Exactly, and then it will give you the nearest place.
So all the options are there.
All the options are there. Yeah.
Okay, and now let's talk about as we round up, the lead into the World AIDS Day, which is December 4th.
First.
So what's going to be happening differently now, apart from the HIV testing week on World AIDS Day?
So World AIDS Day, as has always happened, it is a time for people as well to remember those we lost like early on as well to AIDS. But it is also a time not just to remember, but also to get people together to say we can actually do this, we can beat HIV. As we honor those who've gone and remember everyone, we also have to be pulling along because we actually have a chance to beat HIV. We've got treatment now, which is free to access. So if you get onto treatment, you can live a long, healthy life. And that is something which is quite important. So people can commemorate World AIDS Day. Some people might have seen the red ribbon that people put on.
Yes.
That is what's going to be happening. There's so many activities that are being organized across the country by different organizations. And all I would suggest for people is like probably just actually go on to Google, just Google World AIDS Day. You put in maybe the town where you are, you will find something happening. So yeah. Okay.
We have a very brilliant video clip we're going to play. But before we play that as we go out, I'm going to ask, how far are we away from a cure?
How far are we from
What's the scientific world saying?
Well, I would say not near. Like, I'm not saying it's not something that people are not thinking about. However,
the treatment's getting better.
Treatment is so good now that a focus on a cure is a distraction to some extent, because the cure will be great.
Yeah.
But we already have the tools which can actually enable us to live healthily. So the first thing is test, because once you know you've got HIV, you get onto treatment. And once you're on treatment, you can live as long as anyone else, as long as you stick to your treatment and live a healthy life. And the fantastic thing, which I said last time, when you're on treatment and you've been on treatment for a while, you can't pass it on. You can't, and that is the amazing place where we are. So in terms of cure,
that's the closest to a cure, really, if you look at it. So can't pass it on.
Yeah, you can't pass it on
if you do your part.
If just test early, get onto treatment, and stay on your treatment. That's how you do it. So cure, I don't know when, but we already have the tools.
Awesome. Once again, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're signing out now. We're going to be signing out with this ad. This ad was prepared for this year's campaign of the HIV testing week. Thanks again, Mr. Taku.
Well, thank you.
We'll go and have a bottle of something together after this. And we'll see you same time next week. Stay tuned.
HIV testing week.
It's National HIV Testing Week.
It's National HIV Testing Week.
If you have HIV, the sooner you know, the sooner you can get treatment.
With treatment, you can live a long, healthy life. And treatment is free.
There are many ways to get tested for HIV.
At a sexual health clinic.
With your GP.
Or you can test at home at a time convenient to you.
A finger prick test is all it takes.
Testing regularly is important.
Order a free postal test at startswithme.org.uk.
Give HIV the finger.
Give HIV the finger.
Give HIV the finger.
Give HIV the finger.